In example 2, we need to state the extrema and intercepts for this function g of x. What I've done is typed all the examples that we're going to do in this learning target into my calculator, and so what I can do, if I don't want to graph this first one, which is from example 1, I can just deselect it by hitting enter over the equal sign. If I want to graph this one, all I need to do is select it by hitting enter. Notice that the equal sign is bold. These are not, so the graphing calculator will only graph y sub 2 here. Take a moment to type this in. You can hit pause if you need to. We'll hit zoom 6 to get a nice viewing window for this one. We'll see what's happening with it. Alright, so our question says state the extrema and intercepts for this function. This function is cubic, so it's going to have that look just like this. It might have a little wobble as it goes. At most it's going to have a 1 minimum and 1 maximum. This one looks like it descends and then descends even further here. So even though it looks like it has a minimum or a maximum, and you can zoom in if you'd like, let's try that actually. We're going to zoom in on that most interesting section of the graph here. We need to understand that it does not go from decreasing to increasing anywhere. It continues to decrease, so there's not going to be any extrema. There is actually a point of inflection here. You'll notice that as you draw lines that are tangent to the graph, the slopes are negative and they get lower and lower until they get to 0, and then they continue to be negative here. And so if you had to, you could list this point as a point of inflection, but we're actually not asked to write any critical points here. So for this one, there is no extrema, no mins or maxes. So that means we don't have any mins or maxes for this one. Kind of an interesting one. Let's zoom 6 again, and we're going to see if we can find this x-intercept right here. So let's go to calculate. We're going to find the 0, which is what you're doing when you're finding an x-intercept or an intercept. And we're going to go to the left bound, which is just right there. I didn't even have to click left, I guess. And then anywhere to the right of this point, you're going to hit enter. And then go back, and you're going to hit enter again, somewhere in the middle. It appears like the 0 is about 1.44. You can round to whatever decimal place you need to. The calculator will give you about 7 decimal places or so, depending on which one it is, or how big it is, I guess. So we'll do, for the intercept, we'll do x-intercept here. So the x-intercept is going to be 1.44, comma 0. That's really it for this one. Not much going on as far as mins and maxes, just one x-intercept.